Good afternoon. Hi, this is Barry Selby once again. Welcome to Messages from the Masculine number 40. I'm doing daily broadcasts as part of a sequence that I've been inspired to do by my coach. I want to get some done early since I have a coaching call later on today and my evening's already booked. So, this is a follow-up to yesterday's broadcast. Well, hang on, let me back up. Let me start with who I am. Introduction, of course. My name is Barry Selby. I'm known as the Love Doctor to my clients and friends. I'm a relationship attraction expert for strong, successful women. And I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine. And so these talks called Messages from the Masculine have been a series, an ongoing series of inspirational talks, next steps, suggestions, guidance for women and for men about relationship, about life in the world, really helping women own their feminine in the world. And in some cases, like today, helping men be in their masculine in the world. Yesterday, on Message from the Masculine number 39, I did speak about men basically saying, don't be a dick, because I talked to that one, you have to go back and watch it, about a friend of mine who had an experience with a guy that was less than honourable. So today I thought, well, I'll do, and actually a suggestion came from that broadcast from somebody watching saying, do one about how not to be a dick. So this is number 40, Messages from the Masculine number 40, how not to be a dick. So ladies, if you're watching this, I would say, first of all, that you may discover and hear some keys for your radar about men you meet or men you know. So you may want to be taking this to heart as what to watch out for. Also, you may know men who want to watch this. And men, if you're watching this, this is not a tear-down broadcast. It's actually an inspirational one, I trust, and a way to wake you up. Because I've been in this work for a long time, and I've gone through a lot of this shit myself. So hopefully there's all the lessons you can learn without me going through what I went through to get there. All right? Okay, let's get into it. So let me first premise this by saying what really the dick move is, which is really to come from a place of egoic, self-satisfying, screw everybody else attitude, which a lot of men do. We've been trained that way. So we've been victims of our own societal upbringing that gives us that requirement of survival. And I really rebelled against that, which is why I've come through a different journey to get where I am now. So how not to be a dick means, in some ways, how to be a gentleman, how to be respectful, and how to be a deeper, heart-centered man in the world. So if you're a man watching this, you don't like that, good night. But if you're inspired to maybe go deeper, I'd like to think you tag along and hopefully get some points from this. You may know from my accent, you may know from watching me online before and know me personally, that I'm originally from England. I live in the States, have been for many years, which is why my accent is kind of muddied. But the reality is I was raised in a family in England, not upper class, not high class, in fact working class. Yet I was instilled with and shown, educated, not even intentionally, just by the way we were there, about how to be a gentleman around women as a way of thinking. It wasn't like, here's the instructions, it wasn't like a finishing school, it was just a way of learning how to be. So I innately always had this way of being. My brother has too, so I know it was in the family, and I suspect it was mostly in our culture back then, that we were really taught how to be around women. And it's not this sycophantic way of being, it's actually out of respect. In fact, one of the simplest things, which is everyone knows this one, of course, I presume, is that being a gentleman means that when you see a woman, you walk up to the doorway, you open the door for her. And I've said about this before, how many women who have been raised through the feminist movement and women's liberation would actually be upset by that because they were so supporting and being in their independence, they would be upset if a man took away anything they wanted to do. And this became a controversial conversation earlier about women not allowing that, not wanting that. To which I say, get over it. If you're a man, open the damn door for the woman. If she doesn't like it, she may come back to you saying, I can do it myself, I'm strong enough and everything else. The whole point is, as I said before, it's out of respect. So if a woman opens up the door and you open the door for her, it's out of respect, not disempowerment, not controlling, out of respect. And if she doesn't get it that way, that's her stuff, not yours. So lesson number one for men. A lot of these things I'm suggesting are behavioral things we can do as men around women, whether it's our girlfriend, our wife, our co-worker, our mother, a stranger, an associate. It's not about the relationship as much as it's about how to be a man in a masculine way around women in general. Opening the door is one of those things. Helping them on with their coat is another one. Again, these are out of places of respect and out of honoring the woman. If any woman takes offense to that, that's her upset. Now, In terms of coats, there can be some women who are protective of their clothing, so you've got to be respectful of that too. But the reality is offering, and it's probably in that moment most of all it comes down to, offering a service to a woman by helping her with a coat, opening the door, helping her with a seat that she sits at a table. Those sort of things is the intention behind it, and the offer you're providing is where you come from a place of being a masculine, authentic gentleman versus being a dick. Let's go back to the title. And so it's this mindset I want to instill in you. It's also dressing the part. This I've talked about before, and I'll say it again here because it fits. Because the guy in this example, I believe, was a dick. This is going back about 3 years ago. I was at a restaurant with a friend of mine up in the Bay Area, and we were sitting talking. It was a hot summer night, and we sat outside the restaurant having some dessert. And this couple walked by. Beautiful, both of them beautiful. He was a good-looking guy. She's a gorgeous woman. She was in a beautiful sundress, high heels, tanned legs, hair done, makeup done, carrying a little purse. She looked gorgeous. He was walking along with her. He's a good-looking guy, but he was wearing torn jeans, flip-flops, ripped T-shirt, and a baseball cap on backwards. And that, to me, was a dick move. Because it's not about being comfortable. It's about showing respect for the woman. I'm not saying you wear a suit and tie, but dude, wear a pressed shirt with clean slacks, with sandals. Something that's a bit upmarket from this slobbish, slobbish, is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, something like that. Basically being that sort of a dick. So, again, the essence of this is about how to be respectful, how to be honoring, how to be, from a resource place of compassion, of concern, of respect, of honoring who you're with. And that's a gentlemanly move. Slovenly, that's a good word. Yes, slovenly. Thank you, Steph, for that one. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I do get some comments because this is being shown on Facebook Live first. But yes, slovenly is a good way of putting it. And so the idea about how to not be a dick, as the title is set up to be, is like basically how to be a gentleman, how to be respectful, how to be a man who is respected in return. Because when you do dick moves, you may be respected by your other boys, because it's a boyish move, and not a good way. But it's not a mature way of being. It's not a respectful way of being. And most women, I know, would not respect a man as being a dick. And again, watch the previous video, number 39, if you want to talk about the example of what happened and how I feel about that. This is basically a tips and guidance and more of an essential communication about how you can be different from that as a man, and how women, if you're watching this, how you can gauge how a man is around you to decide if you would even go out with him or hang out with him or even recommend him to your girlfriends. You know what I mean? So, respectful ways of being. It's also in the communication. This is actually what's triggered the whole point in the first place. Because what's happening in my friend's situation is what he said to her was so demeaning and disrespectful. And sometimes someone deserves that from you in very fixed circumstances. But to come up to somebody who's your first line of communication with them and you say something insulting to them as a way of trying to get their attention is a dick move. Whether it's to another man or to a woman, to be honest. So having a presence of mind to think before you speak is a smart thing to do in any circumstance, be it corporate or personal. So adding to the list of things to do to not be a dick, think before you speak. Same as think before you act. And in the case, for example, as I mentioned earlier, about opening a door for a woman, that isn't even something I think about now because it's been something I've done since I was a kid. Now, if you've never done that before, practice. And I would say practice by going out into the market, like go to the market or go to the library, go to places where you may cross paths with women who are entering doors and you can open the door for them. So you practice this. It's for your benefit as well as for them. So this is the essence of the communication, is where you come from is how you're going to be viewed as a dick or a gentleman or as something else that can be respected. But really for me, the more men who stop being dicks, the better. And I'm sure the ladies appreciate this too. So ladies, if you're watching this and you know any men who want to watch and learn about this, please share this with them. Also for ladies out there, again, this is my work to help you honor and respect yourself and attract the right sort of men. If you sort of attractive men like this and would change that, reach out to me. But please share this out. Any comments you have below I will respond to, whether this is on YouTube or Facebook Live. And this is a sequence of broadcasts I'm doing every day. I'm doing a 30-day commitment, and I started in the mid-20s of these. So this is number 40. So I think I'll be up to number 55 or so before I complete my 30-day commitment. I may go continuously after that, we'll see. But right now I'm committing to 30 days of daily Facebook Live talks, and this is number 40. Hope it has value for you, and let me know in the comments if you liked it. And please share this out. I appreciate that. And I'll be back again tomorrow with more. You can always find me by messaging me through the relevant app that you're watching this on, or through my website. And if you want to find out more about me, go to my website, which is my name, barryselby.com. All right? I'll speak to you again tomorrow, and take care of yourselves. Bye.